Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to be doing lesson 8. I apologize for not being there again, but I'm hoping that this video is substantial enough to get you through. So today we're going to be doing percent error problems. And what this means that if you calculate a measurement or a distance, we're going to try to find out what it should have been and how far off in percentage-wise you are. So there is a formula for this. Up top, it says absolute value A minus Y, end of absolute value, divided by Y times 100%. And of course, these are just variables. Now, Y is whatever the measurement was supposed to be. A is whatever the measurement or thing ended up being. So for example, if you're running a marathon and the length of the marathon is supposed to be 26.12 miles, but the actual is 25.36 miles, what is the error of calculation? So I'm going to be going through that. So the first part that we're talking about is these students, Taylor, Connor, and Jordan, are trying to measure a 15-inch screen, and these are their measurements. They measured it twice. Now we're going to be looking at the measurement that's closest to 15 when trying to find out their error. So that would be Taylor's first one, Connor's first one, and then actually they wanted me to take Jordan's second one because it's then different than Connor's first one because these ones are the same. So we're going to be doing these two and then this one. So what we're going to do is we're just going to solve for the top part first, this absolute value A minus Y, end of absolute value. So when we're looking at Taylor's measurement 1, A is what she ended up getting, 15 over 2/8, and what she was supposed to get is 15 inches. They were all supposed to get 15 inches because that's the size of the computer screen. So I'm going to take 15 and 2/8 minus 15, and then that's going to equal absolute value 0.25. So that means that the top portion only would be 0.25 inches. So we're going at this really slow, and then we'll add in the rest of this. Okay, Connor's measurement, starting with 15 and 4/8 minus 15. Again, this is what it was supposed to be in absolute value. That equals 0.5. That top portion is 0.5 inches. And lastly, we're taking Jordan's measurement 2, 14 6/8 minus 15. Now this is going to give us a negative number, but because it's an absolute value, because it gives us negative 0.25, because it's an absolute value, it becomes positive. Anything inside absolute value, when we take that answer, it then becomes positive. Okay, so there's that little bit of work if you're still taking it down, or they can pause it, but I want to keep going so this video is nice and short. So second portion is we are going to then be solving for this percent error. So using that formula, A minus Y in absolute value divided by Y times 100%, I'm going to walk you through how to find percent error in their measurements. So the top portion's the same, 15 and 2/8 minus 15 absolute value. We technically already know that's 0.25, but I still want it to be written out in my formula. My bottom is that Y. It's whatever it was supposed to be, so 15, and then we're going to times it by 100%. So this ends up looking like 0.25 divided by 15 times 100%. Make sure you're still doing PEMDAS because now we're going to do division first, then that multiplication. So when I divide it, I end up getting 0.01666 repeating. So I just stopped after that second 6. And then I'm going to multiply it by 100. Now, some of you are like, well, we don't have 100%. What does it mean to times it by 1? I don't understand. When you multiply it by 100%, you take that decimal and move it 2 times to the left. Or, sorry, 2 times to the right. So I end up with 1.66 repeating percent error. 1.66% error. So now at this point, I want you to turn and work with a partner. This video is going to be paused because I want to come back and I want to talk about a few more problems. But you're going to do B and C percent error, and then you're going to replay this video and we'll pick up from there. Okay, so pause the video now and do B and C with your partner for that percent error. Okay, hi, welcome back. So D asks you, what is the purpose of finding percent error? So I've given you kind of the comparison of a marathon versus a heart surgeon. It's not that big of a deal if you're off 1/10 of a mile in a marathon, but it's a very big deal if you're off even 1 inch in heart surgery. So it's really important that we know the percent error so that we are getting the most accurate things and people and measurements that we can, because these are two very different things, and this becomes more serious if a heart surgeon isn't as accurate. Okay, I'm going to go over one more problem before you start working with a partner, because now we're getting kind of out of percent errors, or not percent errors, more out of like measurement, and we're going to be looking at a variety of problems. So it says a real estate agent expected 18 people to show up for the open house, but 25 attended. So in this problem, the expectation was 18. The expectation was 18. That's not how many, like, it was supposed to be. For this, it's how much, what it's supposed to be is actually what it's going to be in attendance. So be careful that if it's in measurement, the second number is always going to be like whatever the measurement was supposed to be. But for this time, it's going to be 18 minus 25. So 18 minus 25 in absolute value divided by 25 times 100%. You're going to see that that's an absolute value of negative 7 over 25. Take that out of absolute value. 7 divided by 25. 7 divided by 25 times 100%. This ends up 7 divided by 25 is 0.28. When I times it by 100%, it is 28%. Okay? So you're going to get 2 more practice problems, 2 and 3, to go over with your partner and get some of that talk time out. Make sure you understand it. You're going to be given your exit ticket. Put away your math binder and calculator when you're done and turn it in. And then you are going to jump on Dreambox. Dreambox is not going to have any music. Any music. So make sure that you get this done and that you're doing your Dreambox. All right? I will hopefully see you tomorrow. Have a great day.